let's get into, Blockhead Sports and talk to us about like how you pivoted, why you pivoted. And, I want to know about like the structure that goes into that. You can't just walk into this space and be like, okay, I'm just going to set up and make an NFT. Like,
no,
but
you harped on that with me one time when we were down here. Like, bro, you can't just hop in an NFT game and just buy shit and drop shit. Like, you got to be like in it.
Right. You got to know what you're doing because there is a lot of money to make, but there's a shitload of money to lose.
Yeah. So Blockhead Sports was inspired by the esports awards. In a sense, a buddy pitched me the idea, but it was definitely accelerated by the esports awards and the whole play to earn space. So Blockhead's, what I like to look at as a passive play to earn in a sense where, you're holding your NFT is actually working for you within the video game, but you're not playing. So it's run by a computer simulation. And the way it works is, it's a 6v6 hockey league. And we actually uploaded these NFT player cards with respect to the aesthetics and attributes into the video game that we're using. And so each holder, owns one of these players. And the concept of it is you gain a Blockhead coin, which is predicated upon the player's performance. So like for a goal, you earn 40 Blockhead coin. For an assist, you earn 20 Blockhead coin. For a save, you earn 4 Blockhead coin. For a hit, you earn 10. And this is like, you're watching the computer simulation, like you'd be watching a 2K game, with two computers playing against each other. So it's cool because it's gamified in the sense of you can buy multipliers with the Blockhead coin in our private marketplace with the Blockhead coin that you earn from your player's performance that basically say, I think my guy's going to score a goal, assist, save, or a hit this game, one of the 4.
It's dangerous for fuckers like me.
Now let me put my Blockhead coin into a token where if instead of, accumulating 40 Blockhead coin for a goal, I could risk 30 Blockhead coin, but I would accumulate 120 if he got a goal. So there's 7 colors in each player. So there's 252 NFTs in the league, six on each team, 6 teams. So that's where a disparity could come in terms of coin accumulation, which is the ultimate goal. And I'll talk about the value of that in a second. Between, you and I, Manny, if both of us had the same exact player, it's who uses those multipliers better. This is for the first season. So who knows their player better, who knows what they're probably going to do in that game. So it's a little bit of risk there. So we're backing this marketplace that's, our Blockhead Sports private marketplace with half the revenue that we generate from the mint. So there's prizes that you can win. And, there's 25 special prizes that are available to, only one holder can win one prize a season, but all those prizes are, above a $800 US dollar value. So like you're buying in at an eighth of an Ethereum, which is around $400. And you have the opportunity to, at a minimum, double your investment. If you're one of the top 25 holders of this Blockhead coin, in the season 1, and keep in mind, multiple people bought more than one Blockhead. So there's probably only like 80 people you're competing against. If you're in the top 25, you're getting a real return on your investment. It's fun. It's gamified. And then there's prizes. Once one holder claims one prize, that prize is no longer available on the marketplace. So it's like a race in terms of coin accumulation to get the top prizes. Some of the prizes are, $5,000 worth. Some of them are $800 worth. So like, it's like a really cool thing to get behind. And just, I'm kind of trying to bridge the gap between esports, virtual sports, and NFTs. And I'm doing it in, kind of merging it with a fantasy sports concept.
And
do you know Gary Vee?
I do know Gary Vee. I don't think Gary Vee knows me.
Okay, no, I was asking that because he's really in tune with the esports space. That's why I was asking that, because is that
right,
bro? He loves esports.
I didn't know that.
He weirdly loves it. That's why I was asking. But go ahead, Alex. My fault.
I was just gonna say, and you're making it more understandable in a way for esports, sports. For people that come onto this show, sports gamblers, sports bettors, that essentially you're betting on your player to perform well. But it makes it in a more understandable way because a lot of these people are so invested in sports that they don't really know too much about crypto or how it works or the NFT. They just know that, holy shit, I can make a lot of money from it, but I just don't know how to set up a MetaMask wallet or, how to run the mint or how it works on different platforms. So what was like when you actually had the idea of setting this up, like what was the stuff that had to go into actually making this what it is now? Like just if there's any details that you're willing to share that actually go into the hardships of the structure of building this whole process.
So the biggest thing that I thought about when I was designing this was, after this gold rush is over, what are consumer habits that have existed for 20 plus years that I can apply to the Web3 space? So all these people are, coming up with these ideas, that might not hold real value in terms of their utility. So like you buy these NFTs and at face value, they don't really do much for you, but they hold value in this market because there's a gold rush and because people are always shilling and promoting all these different projects. And you don't really know what you're getting. You're buying it in hopes that it goes up, but there's not a real value to it, right? Like if the NFT market was evened out, the projects that would stay here versus would hit zero, would be the projects that provided a utility that was worthwhile for a holder. Mm-hmm. So that was my biggest thought coming into this. Like, how can I make this genuinely worth holding? Because, I think that's the key to producing anything, that's going to sustain itself is, if people only have $100 to spend on NFTs as opposed to 1,000, what are they really going to buy? That's not going to be that piece of art that might hit zero next week or might hit 500.
110%, dude. 110%.
Right? So that's like a really big thing that I thought about prior to this. And that's like, I'm doing this a little differently where I'm not doing an ICO and I'm not making this blockhead coin public. And I'm not forming a liquidity pool. I'm allocating a certain amount of our percentage of revenue from our mint. And I'm making it so if you're, in the upper echelon in our game, and you don't have to be the best, but if you're in the top 30, 25%, you're in a position for a return on your investment that is incredibly worth it. And I think a lot of people.
That's a lot of people don't understand too. Like top 30%, like it's not, don't get scared of that. That is, right. That is a lot of people.
No, that's a good spot because you got to think a lot of people.
Like people are gonna hear top 30%, like, oh my God, I gotta be so good at it. No. Top 30%, you're right there. Like everyone's right there.
Yep, you're right on that.
So you can contribute to your 30% by buying more NFTs. You have one wallet, so it's not like everyone owns one player. Right. So like that's a way that you can increase your odds.
Get more
and
players.
Then another thing is, there's people who just don't understand the NHL game or the hockey game, who are bought into the idea of this increasing just at flip value because of just the idea and what I'm trying to do within virtual sports and that merger to NFTs. So some people are just investing in the fact that their player is going to be worth more than they bought it at. So like in terms of the actual coin accumulation, it might be 60% of the holders actually going for that, right? And then you put yourself in
exactly.
It's almost like a 50-50. And if you know what you're doing, you're gonna make a good return. And when I'm talking about a return, like I'm talking about this is stuff separate from selling your player. Like your player still holds value. This is extra stuff that has, that could 10 times your initial investment. So like you still hold your player when you exchange for these prizes. So your player can still make you money off your initial investment. And then you have the opportunity, if you're in like this 40% realistic echelon, that you're going to have a return from these special prizes, which can only be unlocked by one person, per prize. So a lot of people have the opportunity to get them. So there's a lot of ways to profit, off the idea, or, I think it's something that's a really new thing for the NFT space. And we, I'd be the first one to say we didn't do a great job, and I didn't do a great job at marketing it the right way. But what we did do is build a community of people who are so invested in the longevity of it. And there's nobody really in it for the quick flip, I would say.
Which is the things that you always have to worry about with NFTs, especially at the
which
beginning.
is the things you got to worry about, because that's that's how you bottom out. So we haven't even tapped into the real NFT space, and we're 6 spots away from selling out, like as we speak.
Damn.
And our season starts on the 14th on Monday. So I'm so excited. We have a lot planned for season 2. Like the colors are my goal ultimately is to create like a huge disparity in market value for various NFTs. And, right now those colors are just to allow people with the same players to earn different amounts of coin through those multipliers. But there's going to be a point where those colors contribute to what you can and can unlock to ultimately help your player season 2. And, we're going to just follow the same concept for football and basketball.
So I have a question too. So it's on NHL right now. So is it on like NHL 22 is the game that we're playing?
Yes.
So
yes.
When you go into next season and NHL 23 comes out, are you looking to move it to that game, or are you going to stick to 2022?
So the seasons are like a month long.
Okay. So then like you would do like do you, there going to be like
I don't really, I'm content on this game. I'm content on 22.
Yeah. Cause I was going to say
the graphics look great.
I feel like it would be a lot to transition to a new game when it's relatively going to be the same.
Yeah. No, I want to keep as many variables as I want to keep variables out of it. So like once we start, I want to kind of ride with that. And then, I'm just using that as a medium, but like the actual NFT part of all this, is obviously the animations are based on the game, but your value comes from this blockhead coin and our blockhead marketplace, which is something we're backing. So, I want the simulation part of it to kind of be, looked at as cool, but, I want people to really own their blockheads. And I think a cool thing is like, we have a lot of prizes that like we have one of our prizes is tickets to the NBA finals. So like, the right person gets that. They post on Instagram, like on behalf of Blockhead, people look into it. It's a really easy thing to backtrack and be like, okay, this is exactly how this happened. There's not like a weird market trend you got to look at, right? You can just say, okay, my guy had these stats. I used these multipliers and I accumulated this amount of coin. Like, and I was just enjoying it with my buddies, like just watching the game. So that's the goal here, to really normalize, NFTs and really show people that at face value, they're a product, that has, I'm providing a product with a real opportunity for a return and an understandable return. So that's all that really goes into that. I could talk about it for hours, but there's like, I think the biggest thing here, since, nobody's done this before, is the proof of concept. So, our season starts February 14th, and we're going to be live on Twitch at Blockhead Sports. And, where people are going to be streaming, you're going to be seeing the coins, people accumulating coins, and you can, go to the marketplace and say, okay, how close am I to unlocking X, Y, and Z? And I think that's a pretty cool thing.
Damn. So like my final question for you, kind of like just like a psychology thing, because when you look at life, and I'm not trying to put nobody down, because I think everybody can tap into greatness. Like, I'm not trying to put nobody down. But do you think some people just kind of have it from birth and some people don't? Like, I think there's something to be said for people, and this is not me toot my own horn, toot your own horn, but like I was blessed to be very good at sports from a young age. But that kind of framework stuck with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And big shout out to my dad and my mom. From that point on, they always fed into me like, listen, you could be good at anything you want. Like, this can apply to school. This can apply to sports. This can apply to riding a bike. When you learn how to rollerblade, like you learn that fast. Like when you do, you know what I'm saying? Like, So do you think your background from being, you played 3 sports, you were about to be a college athlete in one, I was a college athlete as well. Do you think that transferred to you being like, I can't be normal? I can't fall back to like, I have to have a certain standard of things I do. Like, is that, do you think that kind of ties into your ambition, or is that kind of, am I like getting off on a wrong tangent, do you feel like?
No. That's a really good, it's an interesting thing to talk about. I think,
because when you like my fault, like when you talk to certain people that maybe you were in NFTs with, or people you work with, like they all have something that they're good at, and it's really weird if you look at it. Like Alex, like you see this fucker swing a stick, like he is a top percentage golfer. Like Ish is great at
really.
Yeah, oh yeah, he can swing a fucking stick.
Alex, we gotta golf.
Like you look at Ish,
dude, you gotta come up here.
Ish is a good gambler, 100%. Talented gambler. He's a fucking 2 college sport athlete. Right. Like so, like a lot of these people that do shit that's extraordinary aren't normal. That's kind of a pattern I'm seeing.
Yeah, I think, to your point, my parents probably played a big part in that. And, they're ambitious. And I'd like to think that they do things the right way. Just, whether it's in work or, just in society, like I think of them as good people. And it's easy to be like, okay, what would they do here? There's definitely framework that I've grown up with that's helped a ton. And then I'm just really competitive, and I think the 2K League, like, honestly, really drilled into me that I can do whatever I want.
Love that.
Because I was not supposed to be there, and then I was, like I said, arguably best 2K player in the world 2 years later. So it was like, it was a crazy, thing to. It's a crazy thing to resort back to. It's like, yeah, there's no excuse. Like, I could work harder. I could be more prepared. Like, and that's something, I don't need to sleep. I should sleep. I don't need to sleep, but I've definitely been wired like that from these past 3 years. Like, if I could do this, I could do that. I kind of just live by that. And, I hate to lose. And,
yep.
If I am going to lose, you got to beat me. That's always my thing. Anything I do, you got to beat me.
Hey, what the fuck you got to literally kill me. I'll die.
You got to, you got to show me everything.
Yeah.
For the NFT world, you got to show me. I've had a bunch of backlash on this project, just with respect to it being, different and doing it on the Ethereum blockchain. And the Ethereum blockchain is super cutthroat in terms of people who want to get a quick flip. And we'll see, man. I said, you got to show me.
Yeah, dude. And I think all that kind of ties together just from your, experiences throughout the 2K League that have kind of brought you in such a short time, all those accolades, and then you're able to transition and do something like this. We thank you so much for your time, dude. We're going to be in touch with you about getting up and linking up in New York for a game, spending a day up in New York with you guys. And then, we have a golf series on our YouTube where we call Tea Party, where we do a bunch of golf videos. So we'd love to get out there with you.
Yo, I would love to do that. Like, if we could play like even 9 holes, we go up to there's like if you guys came up to Westchester for a day, there's a club like 5 minutes away. We could all play. We get 2 cards, play 9 holes, go to a Rangers game. That's right on my alley.
Yeah,
that's awesome, dude. Thank you so much. We'll be in close touch with you.
All right,
great
boys.
to talk with you.
Yeah, this was really fun. You guys killed it. I love the production. You already know how I feel about it.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much. Means a lot, bro. Thank you so much. Take care, buddy.
Guys.
Take care, buddy.
Peace.
Oh my god,
that's fire.
Dude, I think it's just cool that, like, he was somebody so different, but it also is like the realization that, like, he has kind of like the same mindset as us.
It's the same. I was gonna say it's the same framework. That question that I asked him at the end about the psychology and patterns between people who like essentially win on shit, I would ask if we had Jonah on, I'm asking Jonah the same question. If we had Austin on, I'm asking the same question. If we had fucking Aaron Rodgers on, I'm asking him the same. Like, because there's patterns. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though he's doing it in 2K or he's doing it in NFT world, it's the same competitive. Like, it's the same competitive drive. I've heard fucking. It's funny. I actually kind of had like an epiphany when I heard Pat talk about it. He was talking about it on the show they had the whole fucking setup, whatever. He was like, listen, this shit that I had instilled in me from sports applies right into the business world. And like, I've seen it with, we've had fallouts with certain companies or like disagreements with people. And I get that same competitive fire. Like, no, these fuckers think they're better than us. Like, what? Like, all right, let's lace them up. And it's funny how everything's transferable. And you could tell that guy has it. Like, you know what I mean? He just has it.
Like the fact that, and like, that's why I like that question so much, because you said some of the things that are like, I hold myself to this quote unquote standard. Like I can't go back to that quote unquote normalcy of doing a 9 to 5 or, back.
But it wasn't even that. Cause say if I was doing a 9 to 5, I would just have to be like, I would have to climb to the top of the ranks. I couldn't, and it's not like a shot at anybody, but I think maybe my parenting or just my background, how I was coming up, it's like, I cannot be average. And when I see people like that, it makes a lot of sense. Like when we'll be playing, we won't be recording and you'll chunk something and it's like your next 3 holes, like you're not even talking because it's like, I got to get dialed back in. Like because you can't be average at golf. Like it transfers and like how we are with the pocket. Like it's fucking crazy.
It is funny. That's a good realization too, because I do actually shut down, but then I come back and I come back to my senses. But guys, we thank you guys for being a part of this episode. Once again, this was something so different to us and so different to you, hopefully. We wanted to show you guys that we don't necessarily have to go at all these gamblers and all these content creators and all this kind of stuff. We can go up people and have people on the show that are completely different, that have just as an interesting story as the rest. So we appreciate you guys being a part of this. You can follow us on our Twitter page at 8080 Podcast and our Instagram at 8080 Pod. Twitch is going off right now. We're going to be, streaming. You guys won't see this, but we will have already done our pre-Super Bowl stream on Twitch. Twitch is coming back and it's going to be better than ever. So be on the lookout for the Twitch. It's just the name of the show without the. So it's just All Day Everyday Show. And you guys know TikTok's going crazy. We stream on there every single day. And we're getting a lot of views on there. And that's part of the reason why the following has gone up and we are where we are right now. So follow the TikTok, be a part of everything. And, we didn't say at the beginning, but get the YouTube.
Yeah, make sure you fuckers like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You already know the boys are grinding. Pretty sure we gotta have a couple, maybe 2-3 videos dropping this week. You guys gotta make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any. But it's the All Day Everyday Show, boys, signing off. Another fucking banger.
Another fucking banger. This was a 2-show.
What's that?
week
3, 4 in a row, 4, 5 in a row. I feel like
listening
in this motherfucker.
Show with All Day AJ and the homie Manny Ruffin. My name is All Day AJ. I'm sorry, what the fuck? My name is Alex Jacobs, but you can call me All Day AJ. I don't even know. Apple Podcast 5 stars. See you guys in a bit.